Petruchio, since for the great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of arts, I am arrived for fruitful Lombardy, the pleasant garden of great Italy, and by my father's love and leave am armed with his good will and thy good company. My trusty servant well approved in all, here let us breathe, and happily institute a course of learning and ingenious studies.
Gentle master mine, I am in all affected as yourself. Glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let's be no stoics or no stocks, I pray. No profit grows where is no pleasure ta'en. In brief, sir, study what you most affect.
Tranio, well dost thou advise. If Biondella were to come ashore, we could at once put us in readiness and take a lodging fit to entertain such friends as time in Padua shall beget. But stay a while, what company is this?
Master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, importune me no farther, for how I firmly am resolved, you know. That is, not bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Katharina, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather? She's too rough for me. There, Hortensio. Will you any wife?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me among these mates?
A mate's maid? How mean you that? No mates for you unless you have gentler, milder mold.
Faith, sir, you shall never need to fear. Indeed, it is not halfway to her heart. But if it were, doubt not her care should be to comb your noddle with a three-legged stool and paint your face and use you like a fool.
From all such devils deliver us.
And me too.
Hush, master. Here's some good pastime toward that wench is stark mad or wonderful froward.
But in the other silence do I see maid's mild behavior and sobriety.
Gentlemen, that I may soon make good what I have said. Bianca, get thee in. And let it not displease thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee ne'er the less, my girl.
Oh, pretty Pete. 'Tis best put finger in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure I humbly subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Oh, hark, Tranio, thou mayest hear Minerva speak.
Signor Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Why will you mute her up, Signor Baptista, for this fiend of hell? And then make her bear the penance for her tongue.
Gentlemen, content ye, I am resolved. Go in, Bianca. And for I know she taketh most delight in music, instruments, and poetry, schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct her youth. If you, Hortensio, or Signor Gremio, you know any such, prefer them hither. For to cunning men I will be very kind and liberal. And so farewell. Katharina, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
Why, and I trust I may go too, may I not? What shall I be appointed hours, as though I know not what to take or what to leave? Ha!
Here's none will hold you. Farewell. Their love is not so great, Hortensio, but we may blow our nails together and fast it fairly out. Our cake's dough on both sides. Yet, for the love I bear my sweet Bianca, if I can by any means light on a fit man to teach her that wherein she delights, I will wish him to her father.
And so will I, Signor Gremio. But a word, I pray. Know now upon advice, it toucheth us both, that we may yet again have access unto Bianca, and be happy rivals in Bianca's love, to labor and effect one thing specially.
What's that, I pray?
Sir, to get a husband for her sister.
A husband? Yeah, a devil.
I say a husband.
I say a devil. Thinkest thou, Hortensio, although her father be very rich, any man is so very a fool to be married to hell?
Tush, Gremio. Though it pass your patience and mine to endure her loud alarums, why, man, there be good fellows in the world, and a man could light on them would take her with all faults and money enough.
I cannot tell. But I had as lief take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
Faith, as you say, there's small choice in rotten apples. But come, since this barren law makes us friends, it shall be so far forth friendly maintained, till by helping Baptista's eldest daughter to a husband, we set his youngest free for a husband, and then have to it afresh. Oh, sweet Bianca. He that runs fastest gets the ring. What say you, Signor Gremio?
I am agreed. And would I had given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing, that would thoroughly woo her, wed her and bed her, and rid the house of her.
Come on.
I pray, sir, tell me, is't possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But now in plainest do confess to thee, Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish if I achieve not this young modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, for I know thou wilt.
Master, you looked so longly on the maid, perhaps you marked not what's the pith of all.
Oh, yes, I saw sweet beauty in her face.
Saw you no more? Marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears could hardly endure the din?
Tranio, I saw her coral lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet is all I saw in her.
Nay then, 'tis time to stir him from his trance. I pray, awake, sir! If you love the maid, bend thoughts and wits to achieve her. Oh, thus it stands. Her eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that till the father rid his hands of her, master, your love must live a maid at home.
Ah, Tranio, what a cruel father's he! But art thou not advised? He took some care to get cunning schoolmasters to instruct her.
I am, sir. And now 'tis plotted.
I have it, Tranio.
Master, for my hand, both our inventions meet and jump in one.
Tell me thine first.
You shall be schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It is. May it be done?
Not possible. For who shall bear your part and be in Padua here, Vincentio's son?
Content thee, Tranio, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we lie distinguished by our faces from man or master. Then it follows thus. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. Uncase thee, take my colored hat and cloak. When Biondello comes, he waits on thee, but I will charge him first to keep his tongue.
I am tied to be obedient, for so your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he. Although I think 'twas in a different sense. I am content to be Lucentio because so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so. And let me be a slave to achieve that maid whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye. Here comes the rogue. Sirrah, where have you been?
Where have I been? Well, nay, how now? Where are you? Ooh? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Or you stolen his? Or both? Pray, what's the news?
Sirrah, come hither. 'Tis no time to jest. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on, and I for my escape have put on his. For in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man. And fear I was descried. Wait you on him, I charge you, as becomes, while I make way from hence to save my life. You understand me?
Ah, sir, near a win.
And not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
The better for him. Would I were so too.
And when I am alone, why then I am Tranio. But in all places else, your master Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One thing more rest, that thyself execute. To make one among these wooers. If thou ask me why, sufficeth, my reasons are both good and weighty.
For a while I take my leave to see my friends in Padua, but of all my best beloved and approved friend, Hortensio. And I know this is his house. Here, Sir Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir? Whom should I knock? Is there a man has abused your worship?
Villain, I say, knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir, who am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say, knock me at this gate and rap me well, or I'll knock your knave's pate.
My master has grown quarrelsome. I should knock you here first, and then I know after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Faith, sirrah, and you'll not knock, I'll ring it.
Help! Help, master! Help, master!
Now knock when I bid you, sirrah villain.
Oh, no, what's the matter? My old friend Grumio and my good friend Petruchio. How do you all at Verona?
Signor Hortensio, come you to part the fray.
Rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
If this be not a lawful case to leave his service. Look you, sir. You bid me knock him and rap him soundly, sir. Well, was it fit for a servant to use his master so?
A senseless villain, good Hortensio, I bade the rascal knock upon your gate and could not get him from my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate. Oh! Spake you not these words plain? Sirrah, knock me here, rap me here, knock me well, knock me soundly. Come you now with knocking at the gate?
Sirrah, be gone or talk not, I advise you.
Petruchio, patience. I am Grumio's pledge. Why, this is a heavy chance twixt him and you, your ancient, trusty, pleasant servant Grumio. And tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua here from old Verona?
Such wind as scatters young men through the world to seek their fortunes farther than at home where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased, and I've thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and so am come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou'dst thank me but a little for my counsel, and yet I'll promise thee she shall be rich, and very rich, but thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice, and therefore, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, be she foul, old, cursed, and shrewd, or worse, she moves me not, or not removes at least affection's edge in me, or she as rough as are the swelling Adriatic seas. I come to wive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look you, sir. He tells you flatly what his mind is. Why give him gold enough? And marry him to an old trot with ne'er a tooth in her head? Don't you have as many diseases as 52 horses? Why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes withal.
I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife with wealth enough, and young and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is fault enough, is that she is intolerable cursed, and shrewd, and froward, so beyond all measure that were my state far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace. Thou knowest not gold's effect. Tell me her father's name, and 'tis enough.
Her father is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Katharina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Hortensio, till I see her. And therefore let me be thus bold with you to give you over at this first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
I pray you, sir, let him go while the humor lasts. Oh, my word. And she knew him as well as I do. She would think scolding would do little good upon him. Why, she may perhaps call him half a score knaves or so. Why, that's nothing. And he began once, he'll rail in his rope tricks. You know him not, sir.
Tarry, Petruchio, for I must go with thee. For none shall have access unto Bianca till Katharina the Cursed have got a husband.
Katharina the Cursed. The title for a maid of all titles, the worst.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me, disguised in sober robes to old Baptista, as a schoolmaster well seen in music to instruct Bianca, that so I may, by this device at least, have leave and leisure to woo her, and unsuspected court her by herself.
Master, look about you. Who goes there, huh?
Peace, sirrah. It is rival of my love. Petruchio, stand by a while.
A proper stripling and an amorous.
Hark you, sir. I'll have them very fairly bound. All books of love. See that at any hand. And see you read no other lectures to her. You understand me? Take your paper, too. And let me have them very well perfumed. For she is sweeter than perfume itself to whom they go to. What will you read to her?
Whate'er I read to her, I'll plead for you. Yea, and perhaps with more successful words than you. Unless you were a scholar, sir.
This learning, what a thing it is.
Oh, this woodcock, what a bird he is.
Peace, Sirrah.
Grumio mum. God save you, Signor Gremio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Know you whither I am going? To Baptista Manola, about a schoolmaster for the fair Bianca. And by good fortune, I have lighted well on this young man, for learning and behavior fit for her turn, well read in poetry and other books, good ones, I warrant ye.
'Tis well. And I have met another who has promised me to another a fine musician to instruct our mistress. Fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deeds shall prove.
And that his bag shall prove.
Gremio, 'tis now no time to vent our love. Listen to me. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I met, will undertake to woo cursed Katharina, yea, to marry her if her dowry please.
So said, so done is well. Hortensio, have you told him all her faults?
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, masters, I hear no harm.
Nay, sayest me so, friend? What countryman?
Born in Verona, old Antonio's son. My father dead, my fortune lives for me, and I do hope good days and long to see.
Sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. But if you have a stomach to it, you shall have me assisting you in all. But will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
Will he woo her? Aye, or I'll hang her.
Why came I hither but to that intent? Think you a little din can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed up with wind, rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? Have I not in a pitched battle heard loud larums, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue that gives not half so great a blow to hear as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire? Tush, tush, fear boys with bugs.
For he fears none.
Hortensio, hark. This gentleman is happily arrived.
I promised we would be contributors and bear his charging of wooing whatsoe'er.
So we will, provided that he win her.
I wish I were as sure of a good dinner.
Gentlemen, God save you. If I may be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way of the house to Signor Baptista Manola?
He that has the two fair daughters is he, you mean?
Even he, Biandello.
Hark you, sir, you mean not her to woo?
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do?
Not her that chides, sir, at any hand, I pray.
I love no chiders, sir. Biandello, let's away.
Well begun, Tranio.
Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to the maid you talk of, yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offense?
No, if without more words you will get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray are not the streets as free for me as for you?
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you'll know, that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
She's the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters. If you be gentlemen, do me this right. Hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman to whom my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may more suitors have. And me for one. Fair Lida's daughter had 1,000 wooers. Then well, one more may fair Bianca have, and so she shall. Lucentio shall make one.
What? This gentleman will outtalk us all.
Sir, may I be so bold as ask you, did you ever see Baptista's daughter?
No, sir. But here I do that he hath two. The one is famous for a scolding tongue, as is the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first for me. Let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor to great Hercules.
The youngest daughter, whom you hearken for, her father keeps from all access of suitors, and will not promise her to any man till the elder sister first be wed. The younger then is free, and not before.
If this be so, sir, that you or the man must stead us all, and me amongst the rest. And if you do this feat, and break the ice, achieve the elder, set the younger free for our access, whose hap shall be to have her will not so graceless be to be ingrate.
And since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman to whom we all rest generally beholding.
Sir, I shall not be slack. In sign whereof, please ye, we may contrive this afternoon, and quaff carouses to our mistress' health, and do as adversaries do in law, strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Yeehaw! Excellent motion!
Fellas, let's be gone.
Good sister, wrong me not, nor wrong yourself to make a bondmaid and a slave of me. That I disdain. But for these other goods, unbind my hands, I'll pull them off myself. Yea, all my raiment to my petticoat, or what you will command me will I do. So well I know my duty to my elders.
Ah! Of all thy suitors, here I charge thee, tell whom thou lovest best. See thou dissemble not.
Believe me, sister, of all the men alive, I never yet beheld that special face, which I could fancy more than any other.
Minion, thou liest. Is it not Hortensio?
If you affect him here, I swear I'll plead for you myself, but you shall have him.
Ah, then belike you fancy riches more. You will have Gremio to keep you fair.
Is it for him you do envy me so? Nay, then you jest. And I now well perceive you have but jested with me all this while. I prithee, sister Kate, untie my hands.
Oh, if that be jest, then all the rest was so.
Why, how now, dame? Whence grows this insolence? Bianca, stand aside. Poor girl, she weeps. Go ply thy needle, meddle not with her. For shame, thou helding of a devilish spirit! Why dost thou wrong her that did ne'er wrong thee? When did she cross thee with a bitter word?
Her silence flouts me, and I'll be revenged.
What, in my sight? Oh, Bianca, get thee in!
Oh, what? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see. She is your treasure. She must have a husband, and I must dance barefoot on her wedding day, and for your love to her lead apes in hell.
Catherine.
Talk not to me. I will go sit and weep until I can find occasion of revenge.
Was ever gentleman thus grieved as I? But who comes here?
Good morrow, neighbor Baptista.
Good morrow, neighbor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir, pray, have you not a daughter called Katharina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Katharina.
You are too blunt. Go to it orderly.
You wrong me, Signor Gremio, give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous quality, and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report which I so oft have heard. And for an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in music and the mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences whereof I know she is not ignorant. Accept of him, or else you do me wrong. His name is Licio, born in Mantua.
You are welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. But for my daughter Katharina, this I know. She is not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Mistake me not, I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all the country.
I know him well. You're welcome for his sake.
Saving your tale, Petruchio, I pray. Let us that are poor petitioners speak too. Stand back. You are marvelous forward.
Oh, pardon me, Signor Gremio, I would fain be doing.
I doubt it not, sir, but you will curse your wooing. Neighbor, this is a gift, very grateful, I am sure of it, to express the like kindness myself that have been more kindly beholding to you than any. Freely give unto you this young scholar, as cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages as the other is in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray, accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome, good Cambio. But, gentle sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold as to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir, the boldness is mine own, that being a stranger in this city here, do make myself a suitor unto your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. This liberty is all that I request, that upon knowledge of my parentage, I may have welcome amongst the rest that woo, and free access and favor as the rest. And towards the education of your daughters, I here bestow this simple instrument and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept them, then their worth is great.
Lucentio is your name. Of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son of Vincentio.
A mighty man of Pisa. By report, I know him well. You are very welcome, sir. Take you the lute, and you the set of books. You shall go see your pupils presently. Hola within! Lead these gentlemen to my daughters, and tell them both these are their tutors. Bid them use them well.
Signor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo. You knew my father well, and in him me, left solely heir to all his lands and goods. Then tell me, if I get your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
After my death, the 1/2 of my lands, and in possession, 20,000 crowns.
Woo! And for that dowry, let specialities be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
Aye, when the special thing is well obtained, that is, her love, for that is all in all.
Why, that is nothing. For I tell you, Father, for where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grow great with little wind, yet extreme gusts will blow out fire and all. So I to her, and so she yields to me, for I am rough and woo not like a babe.
Well mayest thou woo, and happy be thy speed, but be thou armed for some unhappy words. How now, my friend, why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale.
What, will my daughter prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lutes.
Oh, why then, thou canst not break her to the lute?
Oh, I know, for she hath broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets, and bowed her hand to teach her fingering, when with a most impatient devilish spirit, "Frets you call these," quoth she, "I'll fume with them." And with that word she struck me on the head. And through the instrument my pate made way, and I stood there amazed for a while, as on a pillory, looking through the lute. When she did call me rascal fiddler and twangling jack, with 20 such vile terms as had she studied to misuse me so.
Now by the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than e'er I did. Woo! How I long to have some chat with her.
Well, go with me and be not so discomfited. Proceed in practice with my younger daughter. She's apt to learn and thankful for good turns. Signor Petruchio, will you go with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I will attend her here and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail. Why, then I'll tell her plain. She sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown. I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say she be mute and will not speak a word. Then I'll commend her volubility and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks as though she bid me stay by her a week. If she deny to wed, I'll crave the day when I shall ask the banns and when be married. But here she comes, and now Petruchio, speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that's your name I hear.
Well, have you heard, but something hard of hearing? They call me Katharina that do talk of me.
You lie, in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, for dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved? In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first you were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joined stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses were made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you, if me you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, but yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Oh, I well ta'en and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
Aye, for a turtle as he takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp, with faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? Nay, come again, good Kate, I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
Oh,
Oh!
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman. And if no gentleman, why then, no arms.
A herald, Kate? Who put me in thy books? Nay, come, Kate, come, you must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Well, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What? You mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I care not.
Nay, hear you, Kate. In sooth, you scape not so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar. For thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will, nor hast thou pleasure to be cross and talk. But thou with mildness entertainst thy wooers, with gentle conference, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and as brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Let me see thee walk. Thou dost not halt.
Go, fool, in whom thou keepest command.
Did ever Diane so become a grove as Kate, this chamber with her princely gate? Be thou Diane, and let her be Kate, and then let Kate be chaste, and Diane sportful.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore from my mother wit.
Oh, a witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
So I mean, sweet Katharina, in your arms. And therefore, setting all this chat aside thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you shall be my wife.
No!
Your dowry agreed on, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, thou must be married to no man but me, for I am he, am born to tame you, Kate, to bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Here comes your father, never make denial. I must and will have Katharina to my wife.
Now, Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, sir, how but well. It were impossible I should speed amiss.
Why, how now, daughter Katharina, in your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Now I promise you, you have showed a tender fatherly regard to wish me wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian, and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Father, 'tis thus. Yourself and all the world that talked of her have talked amiss of her. If she be cursed, it is for policy. For she's not froward, but modest as the dove. She's not hot, but temperate as the morn. And to conclude, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
Oh, I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Hark, Petruchio. She says she'll see thee hanged first.
Is this your speeding? Nay then, good night our part.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? 'Tis bargain twixt us twain, being alone, that she shall still be cursed in company. I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss she vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink she won me to her love. You are novices. 'Tis a world to see how tame, when men and women are alone, a meacock wretch can make the curse to shrew. Give me thy hand, Kate. Oh, I will to Venice to buy apparel against the wedding day. Provide the feast, father, bid the guest. I will be sure my Katharina shall be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hand. God send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match!
Amen, say we! We shall be witnesses!
Father and wife and gentlemen, adieu. Sunday comes apace. I will to Venice. We will have rings and things in fine array. And kiss me, Kate. Mwah! We will be married a Sunday.
Oh!
Was ever match clapped up so suddenly?
Faith, gentlemen, now I play a merchant's part and venture madly on a desperate mart. The gain I seek is quiet in the match.
Sir, no doubt, but he hath got a quiet catch. But now, Signor Baptista, to your younger daughter. Now is the day we long have looked for. I am your neighbor, and was suitor first.
And I am one that loves Bianca more than words can witness, or your thoughts can guess.
Youngling, thou canst not love so dear as I.
Graybeard, thy love doth freeze.
But thine doth fry. Here, Skipper, stand back. 'Tis age that nourishes.
But youth in ladies' eyes that flourish.
Content you, gentlemen? I will compound this strife. 'Tis deeds must win the prize, and he of both that can assure my daughter greatest dower shall have my Bianca's love. Say, Signor Gremio, what can you assure her?
Well, first, as you know, my house within the city is richly furnished in plate and gold. My hangings all of Tyrian tapestry. In ivory coffers I have stuffed my crowns. Costly apparel, tents and canopies, fine linen, turkey cushions bossed with pearl, valance of Venice, gold and needlework, pewter and brass, and all things that belong to house or housekeeping. Then, at my farm, I have 100 milk cows to the pail, 60 fat oxen standing in my stalls, and all things answerable to this portion. Myself am struck in years, I must confess. And if I die tomorrow, this is hers. If whilst I live, she will be only mine.
Ah, that only came well in. Sir, list to me. I am my father's heir and only son. If I may have your daughter to my wife, I'll leave her houses 3 or 4 as good within rich Pisa walls as any one old Signor Gremio has in Padua. Besides 2,000 ducats by the year of fruitful land, all which shall be her jointure. What, have I pinched you, Signor Gremio?
Nay, I have offered all. I have no more.
I must confess, your offer is the best. And let your father make her the assurance, she is your own. Else you must pardon me, if you should die before him, where's her dower?
That's but a cavil. He is old, I young.
And may not young men die as well as old?
Well, gentlemen, I am thus resolved. On Sunday next, you know, my daughter Katharina is to be married. Now, on the Sunday following, shall Bianca be bride to you, if you this assurance. If not, Signor Gremio. And so I take my leave and thank you both.
Adieu, good neighbor. Here. Now, I fear thee not, sirrah, young gamester. Your father were a fool to give thee all, and in his waning age set foot under thy table.
Ah, vengeance on your crafty withered hide! Yet I have faced it with a card of 10. 'Tis in my head to do my master good. I see no reason, but supposed Lucentio must get a father called supposed Vincentio. And that's a wonder. Fathers do commonly get their children, but in this case of wooing, a child shall get a sire, if I fail not of my cunning.
Fiddler! Forbear! You grow too forward, sir.
But wrangling pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony. Then give me leave to have prerogative, and when in music we have spent an hour, your lecture shall have leisure for as much.
Have you never read so far to know the cause why music was ordained? Was it not to refresh the mind of man after his studies and his usual pain? Then give me leave to read philosophy, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Sirrah, I will not bear these braves of thine.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which resteth in my choice. I'll not be tied to hours nor pointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. And to cut off all strife, here sit we down. You take you your instrument, play you the while. His lecture will be done ere you have tuned.
You'll leave his lecture when I am in tune.
And that will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ibat simois, hic est sigea tellus, hic steterat priami, regia calsa senis.
Construe them.
Hic ibat, as I told you before, simois, I am Lucentio. Hic est, son of Vincentio of Pisa. Sigea tellus, disguised thus to get your love. Hic steterat, and that Lucentio that comes a-wooing, Priami is my man Tranio. Regia, bearing my port, calsa senis, though we might beguile the old pantaloon.
Madam, my instrument's in tune.
Let's hear. Oh, fie, the treble jars.
Spit in the hole, man, and tune again.
Now let me see if I can construe it. Hic ibat simois, I know you not. Hic es sagea tellus, I trust you not. Hic steterat priami, take heed he hear us not. Regia, presume not. Celsa senis, despair not.
Madam, 'tis now in tune.
All but the bass.
The bass is right, 'tis the bass knave that jars. Now for my life, the knave doth court my love.
In time I may believe, yet I mistrust.
Mistrust it not.
But let it rest. Now, Licio, to you. Good masters, think it not unkindly, pray, that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
You may go walk and give me leave a while. My lessons make no music in 3 parts.
Are you so formal, sir? Well, I must wait. And watch withal, for but I be deceived, our fine musician groweth amorous.
Madame,
Mistress, your father prays you leave your books and help to dress your sister's chamber up. You know, tomorrow is the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters both. I must be gone.
Faith, mistress. Then I have no cause to stay.
but I have cause to pry into this pedant. Methinks he looks as though he were in love.
Signor Lucentio, this is the appointed day that Katharina and Petruchio are to be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be to want the bridegroom when the priest attends to speak the ceremonial rites of marriage? What says Lucentio to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must forsooth be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart. I told you he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jest and blunt behavior. And to be noted for a merry man, he'll woo 1,000, appoint the day of marriage, make friends, invite feast, and proclaim the banns, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. Oh, now must the world point to poor Katharina and say, lo, there is met Petruchio's wife, if it would please him, come and marry her. Oh, would Katharina had never seen him, though!
Go, girl, I cannot blame thee now to weep, for such an injury would vex a very saint, much more a shrew of thy impatient humor.
Oh, master! Master! News! Old news, and such news as you never heard of.
Is it new and old too? How may that be?
Why, is it not news to hear of Petruchio's coming?
Is he come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming!
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am, and he sees you there.
But say, what to thine old news?
Why, Petruchio is coming in a new hat and an old jerkin, a pair of old breeches thrice turned, a pair of old boots that have been candle cases, one buckled, another laced, an old rusty sword ta'en out of the town armory, with a broken hilt and chapless, with 2 broken points. His horse hipped with an old mothy saddle and stirrups of no kindred.
Who comes with him?
Ooh, sir, his lackey for all the world's comparison like the horse. With a linen stock on one leg and a kersey boot hose on the other. Gartered with a red and blue list, an old hat, a monster, a very monster in apparel.
'Tis some odd humor pricks him to this fashion, yet oftentimes he goes but mean apparelled.
I'm glad he comes, howsoe'er he comes.
Why, sir, he comes not.
Didst thou not say he comes?
Who, that Petruchio came?
Aye, that Petruchio came.
No, I say his horse comes with him on his back.
Why, that's all one.
Nay, I hold you a penny. A horse and a man is more than one, and yet not many.
Come, where be these gallants? Who's at home?
You are welcome, sir.
And yet I come not well.
And yet you halt not.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Were it better, I should rush in thus. But where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown.
Sir, first were we sad, fearing you would not come. Now, sadder, that you come so unprovided.
And tell us, what occasion of import hath all so long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself?
Tedious it were to tell, and harsh to hear. Suffice it, I am come to keep my word. But where is Kate? I stay too long from her. The morning wears, 'tis time we were at church.
See not your bride in these unreverent robes. Go to my chambers, put on clothes of mine.
Not I, believe me, thus I'll visit her.
But thus I trust you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus, therefore had done with words. To me she's married, not unto my clothes. Therefore, well, what a fool am I to chat with you when I should bid good morrow to my bride and seal the title with a lovely kiss. Mwah! Woo!
He hath some meaning in his mad attire.
I'll after him and see the event of this.
But to her love concerneth us to add his father's liking, which to bring to pass as I before unparted to your worship, I am to get a man. Whate'er he be, it skills not much, will fit him to our turn, and he shall be Vincentio of Pisa, and make assurances here in Padua of greater sums than I have promised. So shall you quietly enjoy your hope, and marry sweet Bianca with consent.
Were it not that my fellow schoolmaster doth watch Bianca's steps so narrowly, 'twere good methinks to steal our marriage.
We'll overreach the graybeard Gremio, the narrow-prying Father Manola, the quaint musician amorous Licio, all for my master's sake, Lucentio. Signor Gremio, came you from the church?
As willingly as ere I came from school.
And are the bride and bridegroom coming home?
A bridegroom, say you? 'Tis a groom indeed, a grumbling groom, and that the girl shall find.
Cursed her than she. Why, 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a very fiend.
She's a devil.
Tut, she's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. I'll tell you, Sir Lucentio, when the priest should ask if Katharina should be his wife, "Aye," quoth he, so loud that, all amazed, the priest let fall the book. And as he stooped again to take it up, the mad-brained bridegroom took him such a cuff that down fell priest and book and priest. "Now take them up," quoth he, "if any dare."
What said the wench when he rose again?
Trembled and shook, for why, he stamped and swore as if the vicar meant to cozen him. This being done, he took the bride about the neck and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack that at the parting all the church did echo. Such a mad marriage never was before. Hark, hark, I hear the minstrels play.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your pains. I know you think to dine with me today and have prepared great store of wedding cheer, but so it is my haste doth call me hence, and therefore here I mean to take my leave.
Is it possible you will away tonight?
I must away today before night come. Make it no wonder, if you knew my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay, and honest company. I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Dine with my father, drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Well, let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content you shall entreat me stay, but yet not stay, entreat me how you can.
If you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse!
Aye, sir. They be ready. The oats have eaten the horses.
Nay then, do what thou canst. I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow. Not till I please myself. The door is open, sir, there lies your way. You may be jogging while your boots are green. For me, I'll not be gone till I please myself.
Oh, Kate, content thee. Prithee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Father, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure.
Aye, sir. Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool if she had not a spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride. You that attend on her, go to the feast. Revel, domineer. Carouse full measure to her maiden head. Be mad and merry, or go hang yourselves. But for my bonny Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not big, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. Here she stands. Touch her, whoever dare. I'll bring mine action on the proudest he that stops my way in Padua. Grumio, draw forth my weapon. We are beset with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Fear not, sweet wench, they shall not touch thee, Kate. I'll buckler thee against 1,000,000. Woo!
Nay, let them go. A couple of quiet ones.
Went they not quickly, I should die with laughing.
Of all mad matches, never was the like.
Mistress, what's your opinion of your sister?
That being mad herself, she's madly mated.
I warned him, Petruchio is cated.
Neighbors and friends, though bride and bridegroom wants for to supply the places at the table, you know there wants no junkets at the feast. Lucentio, you shall supply the bridegroom's place, and let Bianca take her sister's room.
Shall sweet Bianca practice how to bride it?
She shall. Lucentio. Come, gentlemen, let's go.
tired jades, and all mad masters, and all foul ways. Was ever man so beaten? Was ever man so frayed? Was ever man so weary? I am sent before to make a fire, and they are coming after to warm them. Holla ho, Curtis!
Who is that calls so coldly?
A piece of ice. A fire, good Curtis.
Is my master and his wife coming, Grumio?
Oh, aye, Curtis, aye. And therefore, fire, fire.
Is she so hot a shrew as she's reported?
She was. Good Curtis. Before this frost, but thou knowest, winter tames man, woman, and beast. For it hath tamed my old master, my new mistress, and myself, fellow Curtis.
There's fire ready, and therefore, good Grumio,
The news.
Where's the cook? Is supper ready?
Yeah.
The house trimmed?
Yeah.
Rushes strewed?
Yeah.
Cobwebs swept?
Yeah.
The servicemen in their new fustian?
Yeah.
The white stockings and every officer's wedding garment on?
All ready. And therefore, I pray thee, news.
First, no. My horse is tired. My master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Out of their saddles into the dirt, and thereby hangs the tale.
Let's have it, good Grumio.
Lend thine ear.
Here.
There!
This is to feel a tale, not hear a tale.
We came down a foul hill. My master riding behind my
Both
mistress.
of one horse?
What's that to thee?
Why, a horse.
Tell thou the tale. But hadst thou not crossed me, thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and she under her horse. Thou shouldst have heard in how miry a place, how she was bemoiled, how he left her with the horse upon her, how he beat me because her horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pluck him off of me, how he swore, how she prayed that never prayed before, how I cried, how the horses ran away, how the bridle was burst, how I lost my crupper, and many things of worthy memory which shall now die in oblivion, and thou return unexperienced to thy grave.
By this reckoning, he is more shrewd than she.
Aye, and that thou and the proudest of y'all shall find when he comes home. Oh, but what talk we of this? Call forth Nathaniel, Joseph, Nicholas, Philip, Walter. Are they all ready?
They are. Welcome home, Grumio.
How now, Grumio? Good Grumio? Fellow Grumio.
How now, lad? Welcome you. How now you? What you? Fellow you, thus much for greeting. Now, my spruce companions. Is all things ready and all things neat?
All things is ready. How near is our master?
In that hand, alighted by this and therefore. Well, silence, I hear my master!
Where be these knaves? What? No man at door to hold my stirrup nor to take my horse? Where is Nathaniel, Nicholas, Philip?
Here,
Here, sir, here, sir, here, sir, here, sir. You logger-headed and unpolished grooms. What, no attendance, no regard, no duty? Where is the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir. As foolish as I was before?
You peasant swain, you malt-horse drudge, did not I bid thee meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee? Go, rascals, go and fetch my supper in. Where is the life that late I led? Where are the... Sit down, Kate, and welcome. Food, 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 why when, I say? Nay, good sweet Kate, be merry. Off with my boots, you rogues, you villains, when? It was the friar of orders gray, as he forth walked on his way. Ouch, you rogue! You plucked my foot awry, take that and mend the plucking off the other. Be merry, Kate. Some water here, what ho, where are my slippers? Shall I have some water? Come, Kate, and wash, and welcome heartily. You villain! Will you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you. 'Twas a fault unwilling.
A heedless jolthead. Come, Kate. Sit down. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate, or else shall I? Amen. What's this? Mutton?
I.
Who brought it?
I.
'Tis burnt, and so is all the meat. What dogs are these? Where's the rascal cook? How durst you villains serve it thus to me that love it not? There, take it, you trenchers, cups, and all! beds and unmannered slaves.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it, for it engenders choler, planteth anger, and better 'twere that both of us did fast than feast it with such over-roasted flesh. Be patient. Tomorrow it shall be mended, and for this night we'll fast for company. Come, I'll bring thee to thy bridal chamber.
Nicholas, didst ever see the like?
He kills her with her own humor.
Where is he? In her chamber, making a sermon of continency to her, and rails and swears and rates that she, poor soul, knows not which way to stand, to look or speak, and sits as one new risen from a dream. Away! Away! For he is coming hither!
Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. She eat no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find about the making of the bed. Here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, this way the coverlet, another way the sheets. And amid this hurly, I intend that all is done in reverend care of her. And in conclusion, she shall watch all night. And if she chance to nod, I'll rail and brawl and with the clamor keep her still awake. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness. And thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak. 'Tis charity to show.
Tell me, friend Licio, is it possible that Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other but Lucentio?
Sir, to satisfy you in what I have said, stand by a while and mark the manner of his teaching.
Now, mistress, profit you in what you read,
What master read you?
the art to love.
And may you prove, sir, master of your art?
While you, sweet dear, prove mistress of my heart.
Unconstant womankind!
I tell thee, Licio, this is a wonder.
Mistake no more. I am not Licio, nor a musician as I seem to be, but one that scorns to live in such disguise. Know, sir, that I am called Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of your entire affection to Bianca. And since mine eyes are witness of her lightness, I will with you, if you be so contented, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
Oh, see how they kiss in court! Signor Lucentio, here is my hand, and here I firmly vow, never to woo her more, but to forswear her, and all the former favors that I have fondly flattered her withal.
And here I take the unfeigned oath never to marry with her, though she would entreat. Fie on her! Oh! See how beastly she doth court him!
Oh, would all the world but he had quite forsworn. For me, I'll be married to a wealthy widow ere 3 days pass. Kindness in women, not their beauteous looks, shall win my love. And so, I take my leave.
Mistress Bianca, I have forsworn you with Hortensio.
Tranio, you jest. But have you both forsworn me?
Mistress, we have.
Then we are rid of Licio.
Faith, he'll have a lusty widow now that shall be wooed and wedded in a day.
God give him joy.
Aye, and he'll tame her.
He says so, Tranio.
Faith, mistress, he's gone into the taming school.
Taming school, is there such a place?
Aye, mistress, and Petruchio is the master. that teaches tricks 11 and 20 long to tame a shrew and charm her chattering tongue.
Master, I have watched so long that I am dog weary. But at last I spied an ancient angel coming down the hill. He'll serve the turn.
What is he, Biendello?
Master, a mercantante, or a pedant, I know not what. But format in apparel and gait and countenance are surely like a father.
And what of him, Tranio?
If he be credulous and trust my tale, I'll make him glad to see Vincentio, and make assurance to Signor Baptista Manola as if he were the right Vincentio. Take in your love and then let me alone.
God save you, sir.
And you, sir, you are welcome. Travel you far on, or are you at the farthest?
At the farthest for a week or two, but then up farther if God lend me life.
What countryman, I pray?
Of Mantua.
Of Mantua, sir. And come to Padua careless of your life?
My life, sir, how I pray for that goes hard.
Oh, 'tis death for anyone in Mantua to come to Padua. Know you not the cause? Your ships are stayed at Venice, and the Duke for private quarrel twixt your Duke and him hath published and proclaimed it openly. 'Tis marvel but that you are but newly come. You might have heard it else proclaimed about.
Alas, sir, it is worse for me than so, for I have bills of money by exchange from Florence, and must here deliver them.
Well, sir, to do you courtesy, this will I do, and this will I advise you. First, tell me, have you ever been at Pisa?
Aye, sir, in Pisa have I often been. Pisa, renowned for grave citizens.
Among them know you one Vincentio?
I know him not, but I have heard of him, a merchant of incomparable wealth.
He is my father, sir, and sooth to say, in countenance somewhat doth resemble you.
As much as an apple doth an oyster.
To save your life in this extremity, this favor will I do you for his sake. And think it not the worst of all your fortunes that you are like to Sir Vincentio. His name and credit shall you undertake, and in my house you shall be friendly lodged. See that you take upon you as you should. You understand me, sir? So shall you stay till you have done your business in the city. If this be courtesy, sir, accept of it.
Ooh, sir, I do, and will repute you ever the patron of my life and liberty.
Then go with me and make the matter good. This, by the way, I let you understand. My father is here looked for every day to pass assurance of a dower in marriage twixt me and one Baptista's daughter here. In all these circumstances, I'll instruct you. Go with me to clothe you as becomes you.
I pray thee.
No, forsooth, I dare not for my life.
The more my wrong, the more his spite appears. What, did he marry me to famish me? Beggars that come unto my father's door upon entreaty have present alms. If not elsewhere, they meet with charity. But I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, starved for meat, giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking, with brawling fed, and that which spites me more than all these wants, he does it in the name of perfect love. Oh, I prithee, go get me some repast. I care not what, so it be wholesome food.
What say you to a calf's foot?
'Tis passing good. I prithee, let me have it.
I fear it is too choleric of me. How say you to a fat tripe, finely broiled?
I like it well, good Grumio. Fetch it me.
I cannot tell. I fear 'tis choleric. What say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
Oh, a dish that I do love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot, a little.
Well, then the beef and let the mustard rest.
Nay, then I will not. You shall have the mustard, or else you get no beef of grumio.
Then both, or one, or anything thou wilt.
Why then the mustard without the beef?
Oh, go! Get thee gone, thou false, deluding slave! Go, get thee gone, I say!
How fares my Kate?
Faith, as cold as can be.
Pluck up thy spirits. Look cheerfully upon me. Thou seest how diligent I am to dress thy meat myself and bring it thee. I am sure, sweet Kate, this kindness merits thanks. What, not a word? Nay, then thou lovest it not, and all my pains is sorted to no proof. Here, take away this dish.
Oh, I pray thee let it stand.
The poorest service is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir.
Petruchio, fie, you are to blame.
Eat it up all, Hortensio, if thou lovest me. Much good do it unto thy gentle heart. Kate, eat apace. And now, my honey love, shall we return unto thy father's house to revel it as bravely as the best, with silken coats and caps and golden rings, with ruffs and cuffs and farthingales and things, with scarves and fans and double change of bravery, with amber bracelets, beads, and all this knavery. What, hast thou dined? The tailor stays thy leisure to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Why, come, tailor, let us see these ornaments. Lay forth the gown. Why, how now, sir, what news with you?
Here is the cap your worship did bespeak.
Oh, why, this was molded on a porringer, a velvet dish. Fie, why, 'tis a cockle or a walnut shell, a knack, a toy, a trick, a baby's cap. Away, come, let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too, and not till then.
And that will not be in haste.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak, and speak I will. I am no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me, say my mind, and if you cannot, best you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break.
Why, thou sayest true. It is a paltry cap. I love thee well in that thou likest it not.
Love me or love me not. I like the cap, and it I will have, or I will have none.
Thy gown? Why, come, tailor, let us see it. What masking stuff is here? What's this, a sleeve? 'Tis like a demi-cannon. Up and down, carved like an apple tart.
I see she's like to have neither cap nor gown.
You bid me make it orderly and well according to the fashion of the time.
I did, but I did not bid you mar it to the time. I'll none of it, hence make your best of it.
Oh, I never saw a better fashioned gown. More quaint, more pleasing, or more commendable. Belike you mean to make a puppet of me.
Why, true. He means to make a puppet of you.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance! Thou thread, thou thimble, thou yard, 3/4, half-yard, quarter, inch! I tell thee, that thou hast marred her gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had direction.
Romeo gave order how it should be done.
I bid thy master cut out the gown, but I did not bid him cut it to pieces, ergo thou liest.
Why, here is the note of fashion to testify.
Read it.
The note lies in its throat if he says I said so.
Proceed.
Imprimis, a loose-bodied gown.
Master, if ever I said loose-bodied gown, sew me in the skirts of it and beat me to death with the bottom of brown thread. I said a gown.
Proceed.
With a small compassed cape.
I confess the cape.
With a trunk sleeve.
I confess 2 sleeves.
The sleeves curiously cut.
There's the villainy.
Error in the bill, sir, error in the bill. I commanded that the sleeves should be cut out and sewn up again,
and that I'll prove upon thee, though thy little finger be armed in a thimble.
Well, sir, in brief, the gown is not for me.
You're in the right, sir. 'Tis for my mistress.
Hortensio, say thou wilt see the tailor paid. Begone, say no more.
Tailor, I'll pay thee for thy gown tomorrow. Take no unkindness to his hasty words. Away.
Well, come, my Kate. We will unto your fathers, even in honest, mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor. For 'tis the mind that makes the body rich, and as the sun breaks through the darkest clouds, so honor peereth in the meanest habit. What, is the jay more precious than the lark because his feathers are more beautiful? Or is the adder better than the eel because his painted skin contents the eye? Ah, no, good Kate, neither art thou the worse for this poor furniture and mean array. If thou accountest it shame, lay it on me, and therefore frolic. We will hence forthwith to feast and sport us at thy father's house. Go, call my men hither. Let's see, I think 'tis now some 7 o'clock, and well, we may be there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2, and 'twill be supper time ere you come there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse. Look, what I speak or do or think to do, you are still crossing it. Sirs, let it alone. I will not go today, and ere I do, it shall be what o'clock I say it is.
Oh!
Why, so this gallant will command the sun.
Sir, this is the house. Please it you that I call.
Eh? What else? Oh, and but I be deceived, Signor Baptista may remember me near 20 years ago in Genoa, where we were lodgers at the Pegasus.
'Tis well, and hold your own in any case with such austerity as longeth to a father.
I warrant you. But sir, here comes your boy. 'Twere good he was schooled.
Fear you not him. Now, Sira Biendello, do your duty throughly, I advise you. Imagine 'twere the right Vincentio.
Tut, fear not me.
But hast thou done thine errand to Baptista?
I told him that your father was at Venice, and that you looked for him this day in Padua.
Here comes Baptista. Set your countenance, sir. Signor Baptista, you are happily met. Sir, this is the gentleman I told you of. I pray you stand good father to me now. Give me Bianca for my patrimony.
Soft, son. Sir, by your leave, my son, Lucentio, made me acquainted with a weighty cause of love between your daughter and himself. I am content, and upon some agreement me shall you find ready and willing with one consent to have her so bestowed.
Sir, pardon me in what I have to say. Your plainness and your shortness please me well. Right true it is, your son Lucentio here doth love my daughter, and she loveth him. And therefore, if you say no more than this, but like a father will deal with him and pass my daughter a sufficient dower, the match is made and all is done. Your son shall have my daughter with consent. It likes me well. Cambio, get you in and bid Bianca make her ready straight. And if you will, tell what hath happened. Lucentio's father is arrived in Padua, and how she's like to be Lucentio's wife.
Oh, I pray she may with all my heart.
Dally not, but get thee gone. Signor Baptista, shall I lead the way?
I follow you.
Come on, once more toward our fathers. How bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun? It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list, or ere I journey to your father's house. Go on, fetch our horses back again, evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but cross.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward, I pray you, since we have come so far. And be it moon or sun or what you please, and if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Then it is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not, and the moon changes even as your mind. What you will have it named, even that it is, and so it shall be so for Katharina.
Petruchio, go thy ways. The field is won.
But soft, company is coming here. Good morrow, fair gentlewoman. Where away? Tell me, Kate, and tell me truly too, hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman, such war of white and red within her cheeks? What stars do spangle heaven with such beauty as those two eyes become that heavenly face? Fair lovely maid, once more good day to thee. Sweet Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake.
He will make the man mad to make a woman of him.
Young budding virgin. Fair and fresh and sweet. Oh, whither away, or where is thy abode? Happy the parents of so fair a child.
Why, how now, Kate? I hope thou art not mad. This is a man, old, wrinkled, faded, withered, and not a maiden, as thou sayest he is.
Pardon, old father, my mistaking eyes that have been so bedazzled by the sun that everything I look on seemeth green. But now I perceive thou art a reverend father. Pardon, I pray thee, for my mad mistaking.
Do, good old grandsire, and withal make known which way thou travelest. If along with us we shall be joyful of thy company.
Fair sir, and you, my merry mistress, with your strange encounter much amazed me. My name is called Vincentio, my dwelling Pisa. Bound I am to Padua, there to visit a son of mine, which long I have not seen.
What is his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
Happily we met, the happier for thy son, and now by law, as well as reverend age, I may entitle thee my loving father. The sister of my wife, this gentlewoman, thy son by this hath married.
But is it true?
I do assure you, father, so it is.
Come, go along and see the truth hereof, for our first merriment hath made thee doubt us.
Well, Petruchio, this has put me in heart. Have to my widow, and if she be froward, then hast thou taught Hortensio to be untoward.
Softly and swiftly, sir, for the priest is ready.
I fly, Biondella, but they may chance to need thee at home. Therefore, leave us.
Oh, nay, Faith, I'll see the church on your back, and then come back to my master's as soon as I can.
I marvel Cambio comes not all this while.
Here, sir, this is the door. This is Baptista's house.
And by all likelihood, some cheers toward. They're busy within. You were best knock louder.
What's he that knocks says he would beat down the gate?
Signor Lucentio within, sir.
Aye, sir, he's within, but not to be spoken withal.
Do you hear, sir? Tell Signor Lucentio that his father is come from Pisa and is here at the door to speak with him.
Thou liest. His father has come from Padua and is here looking down at you.
Art thou his father?
Aye, sir. So his mother says, if I may believe her.
Well, how now, gentlemen? This is flat knavery to take upon you another man's name.
Lay hands on the villain. I believe he means to cousin somebody in this city under my countenance.
I have seen them in the church together. Oh, God, send them good shipping. But who is here? My old master Vincentio? Oh, now we are undone and brought to nothing.
Come hither, you rogue. What, have you forgot me?
Forgot you? Why, no, sir. I could not forget you, for I never saw you before in all my life.
What? You notorious villain. Didst I never see thy master's father, Vincentio?
Oh, what, my old worshipful old master? Yes, sir. Ding! See where he looks down at us?
Is so indeed.
Oh! Help! 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 Here's a madman who murdered me!
Help! Help, son! Senor Baptista!
Prithee, Kate, let's stand aside and see the end of this controversy.
Sir, what are you that offers to beat my servant?
Yeah. What am I, sir? Nay, what are you, sir? A silken doublet, velvet hose, evening cloak. Where's your Capitan hat? I am undone, I am undone. While I play the good husband at home, my son and my servant spend all at the university.
How now? What's the matter?
What, is the man lunatic?
Sir, you seem a sober ancient gentleman by your habit, but your words show you a madman. What cerns it you if I wear pearls and gold? I thank my good father that I am able to maintain it.
Thy father? Pshaw, villain, he's a sailmaker in Bergamo.
You mistake, sir. You mistake, sir. Pray, what do you think is his name?
His name? As if I knew not his name. I brought him up ever since he was 3 years old, and his name is Tranio.
Away! Away, madman! His name is Lucentio, and he is mine only son, and heir to the lands of me, Senor Vincentio.
Lucentio. He hath murdered his master. Lay hold on him, I charge you in the Duke's name. Tell me, thou villain, where's my son Lucentio?
Call forth an officer!
Carry me to the jail?
I say he shall go to prison.
The strangers may be hailed and abused. Yeah, monstrous villain!
Ah, we are spoiled! Oh, yonder he is. Deny him, forswear him, or else we are all undone.
Pardon, sweet father.
Lives my sweet son?
Pardon, dear father.
How hast thou offended? Where is Lucentio?
Here's Lucentio. Right son to the right Vincentio, that hath by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eye.
Where is that villain Tranio that faced and braved me in this matter so?
Why, tell me, is not this my Cambio?
Cambio has been changed to Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love caused me to exchange my state with Tranio, while he did bear my countenance in the town. And happily I am arrived at the last unto the wished haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced him to. Then pardon him, father, for my sake.
I'll slit that villain's nose that would have sent me to the jail.
But do you hear, sir? Have you married my daughter without asking my goodwill?
Fear not, Baptista. We'll content you. But I will end to be revenged for this villainy.
And I to sound the depth of this knavery.
Look not pale, Bianca. Thy father will not frown.
My cake is dough. But I'll in among the rest, out of hope of all. But my share of the feast.
Husband, let's follow to see the end of this ado.
First kiss me, Kate, and we will.
What? In the midst of the street?
What? Art thou ashamed of me?
No, sir. God forbid. But ashamed to kiss?
Well, then let's home again. Come, Cyril, let's away.
Nay. I will give thee a kiss.
Is not this well?
Now pray thee, love, stay.
Well, come, my Kate. Better once than never, for never too late.
My fair Bianca, bid my father welcome, while I with self-same kindness welcome thine. Brother Petruchio, Sister Katharina, and thou, Hortensio, with thy loving widow. Pray you sit down, for now we sit to chat as well as eat.
Nothing but sit and eat and eat.
Padua affords this kindness, son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, I would that word were true.
Now for my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
You are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Mistress, how mean you that?
Your husband, being troubled with a shrew, measures my husband's sorrow by his woe, and now you know my meaning.
A very mean meaning.
Right, I mean you.
And I am mean indeed, respecting you.
100 marks. My Kate does put her down.
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. And therefore, for assurance, let's each one send unto his wife. And he whose wife is most obedient to come at first when he doth call, shall win the wager which we will propose.
Content. What is the wager?
20 crowns.
20 crowns. I'll venture so much of my hawk or hounds, but 20 times so much upon my wife.
100 then.
Content.
A match. 'Tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Go, Biondello, bid your mistress come to me.
I go.
Son, I'll be your half. Bianca comes.
I'll have no halves. I bear it all myself. How now, what news?
Sir, my mistress sends you word that she is busy and cannot come.
Oh, she is busy and she cannot come. Is that an answer?
Aye, and a kind one. Pray, sir, your wife give you not a worse.
I hope better.
Sirrah Biondello, go and entreat my wife to come to me forthwith.
Oh, entreat her, nay, then she must needs come.
I'm afraid, sir, do what you can. Yours will not be entreated. Well, now where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse. Ha! Sirrah Grumio, go to your mistress. Say I command her to come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The fouler fortune mine, and there an end.
Now, by my word, here comes Katharina.
What is your will, sir, that you send for me?
Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hither. If they deny to come, whip them soundly forth unto their husbands. Away, I say, and bring them hither straight.
Here is a wonder, if you talk of a wonder.
And so it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life, and to be short, what not, that's sweet and happy.
Now fair befall thee, good Petruchio, the wager thou hast won, and I will add unto their losses 20,000 crowns, another dowry to another daughter.
Nay, I will win my wager better yet, and show more sign of her obedience, her new-built virtue and obedience. See where she comes, and brings your froward wives as prisoners to her womanly persuasion. Katharina, that cap of yours becomes you not. Off with that bauble, throw it underfoot.
Oh, may I never have cause to sigh till I be brought to such a silly pass.
Fie, what a foolish duty, call you this?
Would your duty were as foolish too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 100 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Katharina, I charge thee, tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Come, you're mocking. We'll have no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Oh,
Fie, unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes to wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It blots thy beauty, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty. And while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor, both by sea and land, to watch the night in storms, the day in cold, whilst thou liest warm at home, secure and safe, and craves no other tribute at thy hand, but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. Such duty as a subject owes a prince, even so a woman oweth to her husband. But when she is froward, peevish, sullen, sour, not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul contending rebel, and graceless traitor to her loving lord? Oh, I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war when they should kneel for peace, or seek for rule, supremacy, and sway when they are called to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in this world, but that our soft conditions and our hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, you froward and unable worms. My mind hath been as big as one of yours. My heart is great. My reason haply more to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength as weak, our weakness past compare, so that seeming to be most, which we indeed least are, then veil your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hands below your husband's foot. In token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wench.
Well, go thy way, old lad, for thou hast won her.
Katharina is changed as she had never been. 'Tis a good hearing when children are toward,
but a harsh hearing when women are froward.
It is Petruchio has tamed a cursed shrew.
'Tis a wonder, by your leave, she should be tamed so.
I won the wager. You have left to fight. And being a winner, I bid you all good night. Come on and kiss me, Kate.